God of War. What's up, guys? This is FPS Junkie here, coming at you guys with a little review slash my thoughts, opinions, blah 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 of God of War. First off, I just want to point out that if anyone knows how to fix this, let me know. If you can see the screen right now, it looks like I'm playing like those bezels on the sides, bottom, top, front, all that stuff. It's like it's playing in a windowed mode within the console. I don't understand that. Like, I've tried everything and I can't figure out how to fix that. I have just a normal PlayStation 4. I don't know if it's like in order to get it full screen mode you have to play on PlayStation Pro or some shit. I don't know. I don't know if you gotta have a PS4 Pro to do that. You'll see it get fixed here soon, and that's just because on OBS I dragged as I'm recording, I kind of center it a little bit better so the whole video isn't, looking like you're playing in a fucking full-on widescreen mode type thing, except with just bezels at the top and bottom. You got it all the way around. But that's how I play the entire game, and I don't know how to fix that, and I don't know if you can fix it unless you're playing on a PS4 Pro. But anyways, on to the game itself. I have a total of like 5 hours into the game, but probably 3.5, 4 of them actual playtime, because of pausing, getting up, going to the bathroom, tending to stuff I need to tend to, and then coming back and playing and stuff like that. So I have probably about, I would say, right around 4 hours of game time. I actually have my thing right here. I could save. Nope, it doesn't tell you the time, but I have probably about 4 hours of game time. And I want to start off by saying The Witcher 3 was my favorite, or is my favorite game of this console generation. And I say console, I'm primarily a PC gamer, but I say console generation because it better represents, like, if you say that if you talk about the Borderlands games, even if you're a PC gamer, you think of like the PS3 and the Xbox 360 era and stuff like that, because that's when those games came out. So of this current generation, The Witcher 3 is by far my favorite game. Still is. I still play it. I'm currently doing a let's play on it, or a playthrough on it, on Death March mode. I beat the game on PS4, beat the game on PC numerous times, and I played the game on Xbox One, and yeah, it's literally my favorite game. The dialogue in it, the way that they do cutscenes and live action cutscenes for almost every character you talk to, just everything in the game. The dialogue matters, and that's what you want in an RPG game, is for your choices to make a difference. And that's one thing that Fallout 4 failed at, to be honest. But I will say this right now, be it The Witcher 3 being my favorite of this generation, God of War is a close second, if not tied. I'm actually going to go as far as saying it's tied, but for different reasons. See, a little backstory. So the God of War, this God of War, was a passion project for, I forget the guy's name, but you guys can search it up. It's just the guy that made this game. It was a passion project for him. He spent 5 years developing and making this game. He went to Sony and told Sony, hey, I want to take God of War, because he left for a year from the studio to go do some other venture, and then came back. And when he came back, he told Sony, I want to make the next God of War a over-the-shoulder third-person game, and told him, gave him the plot of everything of how it's going to be a third-person over-the-shoulder type, close-knit, personal with him and his son and stuff like that. And they said yes. They gave the green light to say yes, even though God of War 3 sold so tremendously, and there was no reason for him to change it. The God of War games were selling like hotcakes, and everybody loved them, and there was no reason for him to change it. He still went to Sony and said, "Hey, I want to make it over the shoulder third person and make it more personal, up close, and tight knit and stuff." And that was probably the best decision that could have happened. I loved the old God of War games. The old God of War games were fantastic, but they were a lot different. And this game here, making it's about father and son, and him teaching his son how to survive in this world, and blah, yada yada yada. But the close-knit, the over-the-shoulder third person, the close-knit view of everything, the dialogue between the father and son, the Kratos and the fucking kid, the dialogue between them is magnificent. From the first cutscene, the first opening scene of everything, I was hooked. I loved it. Everything about this game is fantastic. And back to the backstory part a little bit, the creator of this game, it was 100% a passion project. And when he realized how well this game was being received, when he realized how much people were accepting this game, how this game has almost no bad scores whatsoever. I haven't ran into anyone who said a bad thing about the game that wasn't constructive, and has said a bad thing about the game that still didn't absolutely love the game, but just had something constructive to say about it. He made a video and just kind of was just teary-eyed, just moved by how well this game is received. And that is what we need in the gaming industry today. Right now, if EA would have made a game like this, you really think that they would have had one of their spokesmen come out and be like, "Oh, I'm so moved of how well this game..." No, they don't care. They're just like, "Oh yeah, fucking let me see the paycheck. Let me see the paycheck." They don't care. And that's what's missing in this industry today, is people like the guy who developed and made this game, God of War. It was a passion project. He wanted to make the greatest game he could. He put it all on the line. He knew that it was going to be a great game in his eyes. And once he released it and he figured out that everybody was on board with him, he knew that he was doing something right. And that's all you can ask for, because he did all of this on a whim of, he didn't need, like I said, he didn't need to change up the God of War series. He didn't need to do any of that. He could have kept pumping them out, and people would have kept buying them because it's God of War and story, and gameplay. But he switched it up. He made the story even better. He made the gameplay, in my opinion, even better. He made the combat. People are kind of hit and miss with the combat sometimes, but a lot of times those are the people that are trying to play it on the extra hard difficulty. And if they would have played it on a normal difficulty, the combat would have been 100% fine, because they would have been able to get through it. But he made the combat great. Everything feels so great with this game, and that is something that that's something that you don't get in today's games. In today's games, you get stuff that's like, the concept of the game's good, but the execution's horrible, or the execution of the game was fabulous, good job guys, but the game is it's just not all that great. Whether it's multiplayer, single player, co-op, it doesn't matter. You get that in games today, and it's sad, it sucks. So that's one of the things that I love about this game, is it was such a passion project for him, and it paid off, and it showed him that what he is doing is something that is correct. And hopefully in his future games he will take the same approach, just like The Witcher 3. There's some people that don't like The Witcher 3, but guess what? It's got over 340 awards. President Obama or whatever, when he went to visit the president in Poland, or whatever, president, freaking minister, whatever he is in Poland, and the president, I'm just going to call him president, the president over there gave Obama a copy of The Witcher 3 because he was so proud of it, and it executed the folklore behind their country so well. Like, that's something that doesn't happen. He gave Obama a copy of The Witcher 3, the game, because it was done so well. Witcher 3 and then this right here, God of War, are games that are done so well and have so much depth to them. It's what we need. A lot of people, I have friends and stuff that aren't a fan of The Witcher and are like, the combat sucks, this sucks, that sucks. To me, and for my friends that are listening to this, I'm sorry, but it's true. For me, they don't appreciate the game for what it is. The game has an awesome story. I'm talking about The Witcher right now. The game has an awesome story, has an awesome combat system for what it is. I mean, you got to think, just because it doesn't match up to what you think of a good combat system like Dark Souls or something like that, it has a better combat system than fucking most of the games out there. It has a great combat system. It has great graphics, great dialogue, great choices. Your choices matter. The graphics are just fucking insane. The story is so in depth and rich and just there. The atmosphere, the world, all that stuff. It's what you want in an RPG, and that's why that game was so great. And with God of War is in depth. It has so many RPG elements it's unreal. Like, I'm still actually learning the system of what to upgrade, what I should upgrade, what I shouldn't, what I should buy, what I shouldn't buy, what I should save my hack silver for, what I shouldn't. It's got that element to it, and it's amazing. Now, I haven't veered too far from the story itself, the story missions itself, because there's side missions, there's side places you can go, you can fight side bosses, all that stuff. I haven't veered too much far from that because I wanted to just get the gist of the game and see the cutscenes and see that stuff, so I could give my thoughts on the game as a whole. And but I have played some side quests. I have played some stuff like that. I just haven't ventured off too far into them because I watched not a review, but someone talk about the game, like a tips and tricks type thing, I guess. And they said that the best bet to do is to play the game and beat it, and then go back and do the side quest. Well, that's kind of the approach that I take with every game that I play, because I always beat every game that I buy more than once. I always play the game all the way through on the easiest or like if there's easy, medium, easy, normal, hard, extreme, or whatever. I always play it on like the easiest and normal difficulty first, play all the way through it, get the feel for everything, get the feel for how it goes, and then I go back and complete it on the hardest difficulty. That's the approach I take with games, because I want to enjoy my journey as it first starts, and then once I get the hang for everything, then I will accept a challenge. I don't want to be mad and pissed off and throwing my controller when I first get the game. That's not what I'm about. I want to enjoy and see everything and learn everything and appreciate everything, and then I'll get on to the raging and throwing the controller and buying multiple controllers before I beat the game on the hardest difficulty. But that's God of War has those rich elements that The Witcher has, and I think that's why it reminds me so much of it. And it has the puzzles, and I know all the God of Wars have had puzzle solving and stuff, but I just recently have been playing through the Tomb Raider series, and God of War has that action. It always keeps you going. There's always some sort of action going on. And in between those action moments, there's never really any downtime. There's those action moments that keep you going. You're fighting, you're destroying something, you're killing something, you're brutalizing something, and then you turn around and you got to solve a puzzle. The puzzles so far that I've ran into aren't extremely hard either. They make your mind work a little bit, but they're not like so hard that you're just like, all right, set down the control, I'm done. I'm done. I'll come back to it later. It's not like that. It's just a constant progression of moving forward of gameplay that keeps you intrigued. You spend a couple minutes on that puzzle, you figure it out, you're like, fuck yes, I got it, and you move forward, and then it's action, and in between the action and the puzzles are cutscenes that are just out of this world, well done and make you want more and more and more of them. Now, there's a lot of games that when there's a lot of cutscenes and stuff that you're just like, man, dude, just let me play the fucking game. But I can name 3 off the top of my head right now that I don't care if there's a cutscene in between every single hit that I gave on an enemy. And that is MGS4, Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PlayStation 3, The Witcher 3, and this game here. Those games have some of the best storytelling cutscenes that there are, and this guy here that you're seeing on screen, he's funny as hell, but he has one of all 3 of those games have one of the best storytelling cutscenes and dialogue moments that it's unreal. This game here, you guys, I'm telling you, it has it all. It's a shame. It's a 100% complete shame that it is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Yes, there's 60 million people that own the PS4, so many people are able to enjoy this game and love this game and stuff like that, but I wish that the 20 or 30 million Xbox One owners could enjoy it, and I wish that God knows how many PC owners could enjoy this game, because this game is 100% fantastic. And to anyone who owns a PS4 and it's just sitting in the corner collecting dust because they're primarily PC gamers, I'm talking to one of my friends here, even though he probably won't watch this video, you need to play this game. One of my friends, he doesn't play PS4 anymore because he's primarily PC gamer, and he doesn't want to pay for PlayStation Plus when he can play all of the games that he wants to play on PC for free. That's fine. Guess what, bruh? You don't gotta pay for PlayStation Plus to play this game. Buy this game and play it. It's amazing. And that's a statement towards everybody who is in the same boat. Everybody who has a PlayStation but is primarily a PC gamer, primarily an Xbox gamer, and just doesn't play the PS4 very much or whatever. No, stop what you're doing and play this game. I wish it was on the platform of your choice. I am pro-consumer all the way. I wish that every game was released for every platform. I'm not against consoles. I'm not against them by any means, but the games need to be released for all platforms. And then from that point, you just get to choose the platform that you want to play on. It's just, this game's amazing. The customization is pretty in-depth. The graphics are amazing. The combat is fluid and nice. The cutscenes are fantastic. The story is just amazing. It's a game that I'm going to play over and over again. And that's another thing. I played The Witcher, like I said, over and over and over again. I played MGS4 over and over and over again. This game I'm going to play over and over and over again. And the reason being is because of everything that I've listed. Awesome gameplay, awesome graphics, awesome in-depthness. Story is there. It's prevalent. It's in your face, and it draws you in. And those are all features of MGS4, The Witcher 3, and then now God of War. There's very few games like that come around that really have that passion behind it, especially nowadays. And this is a game that you guys need to play. I wish it was on every platform, because it's a game that needs to be played. Just like The Witcher 3, it's a game that needs to be played. MGS4 still to this day is a game that needs to be played, even though now the MGS series is not just on PlayStation. MGS4 is a game that needs to be played. The Witcher 3 is number one of games that needs to be played all the way through, and then again and again and again, because it's different every time. And now God of War. These are games that need your attention, and these are games that need the sales and the recognition that they deserve, so they continue, so developers and publishers and everybody continue to make games of this stature, to make games that are great, like the Trump quote, the Trump statement. Let's make games great again. And start by purchasing and using your hard-earned money on games like The Witcher, like God of War. They are great games. It doesn't matter if they don't like, I don't know. I've talked to some people that say like The Witcher, it doesn't catch their fancy. It doesn't keep them drawn in. That's fine. If it's a game that's just like, it doesn't hold your attention, that's fine, but you still appreciate it for what it is. It gives you everything that all the other RPGs that you complain about don't give you. Everything that all the other RPGs don't give you. The other RPGs may give you this aspect or that aspect, but they don't give you this one, this one, this one, or this one. The Witcher does. God of War gives you everything that you would need. It is a fantastic game that needs to be experienced, and I can't say much more. I might have a different thought on this when I come back and make a video on it after playing it through hard mode, but I will be doing a let's play on this game. I call them playthroughs because I think let's play is just overrated and dumb, but I will be doing a playthrough on this game. I don't know what difficulty yet. I will probably have beaten this game multiple times before I do a playthrough, so I'm assuming it'll probably be on the hardest difficulty. But it's a fantastic game, and I give it a 10 out of 10, and I haven't even completed the game. But I will be completing the game, and if that changes, if my score changes, I'll let you know. But for me, it's a 10 out of 10.